Hello and welcome back. I'm Philip, and in today's tutorial, I'll train on events as used in JavaScript. Events helps in interaction between HTML and JavaScript. They happens when the browser or the user manipulates a page. We'll look at some of the events. Some of the events happens when resizing a window. Some happen when you click on a certain button. Others happen when your page loads, or others happens when you close your window. These events are just used by developers to execute. They are just used by developers to execute JavaScript coded responses, which may cause validation. You may cause validation, and every HTML element have a set of events which can trigger JavaScript code. Some of the examples that we'll discuss today, some of the events that we'll discuss today are on-click event type. Let's open our new file here, then I'll show you. Let's open our new page here, new file. Then we can name it as, let's name it as events. Let's name it as events. Events. Right. Now, that's in event. Then I'll have now the, let's type general HTML tags. Then in between body tags, now here we'll have now the script tags. We'll have now the script tag. So this shows this is a JavaScript code. This is a JavaScript code. So you're saying that we'll talk about events. We'll talk about events, right? Right. Some of the events that we are going to discuss today are on-click event type. As the name suggests, on-click event type happens when a user clicks the left mouse button, where you can put some validation and get this event type. Alright, so it happens when a user clicks on the right mouse button. Now we'll have an example here. As we discussed in a previous tutorial on function, now we'll use the same concept of functions and to learn events. Now, right, we'll have now our function now. We'll start with our function. Then now we can have say hello. So that's my function name. Then we'll have now document dot write. Then we'll have now hello world. Then we'll have now the semicolon. Right now, after the JavaScript code now, then here we can have now the input type. So whereby we're going to create a button whereby when you click on it, now it produces some information or that sort. So, and probably it will output hello world, because as we have indicated here, what should be printed on the screen. Now we'll have now the input button, input type, then you can call it alright, you can call it button. So this is a button, then you'll have now on click now, then what should it say? Should say, or you just print out your function over there. This is a function, and then you'll have the two brackets there, then you'll have now the value on it, the value now, then you can call it click me. You can say click me, and you can have now the closing, then that's all. Or you could just now let's go and probably open our browser. Now this is what we have, as you can see guys, as you can see now, we have a button here saying click me. When you click on it, it says hello world. It says what? Hello world. So this is on click event type. When you click on it, it produces some word. When you click on it, it says hello world. Now that's all about events. On click event story. Then we'll have another example here on submit event type. So let's change this one to on submit. On submit when you are submitting something like a form. So this is on submit. As the name suggests, you can put your form validation against this event type as it occurs when you wish to submit your form data. For instance, if you call a validate function before you submit your form data to the server, if the function returns true, then the data is submitted. But otherwise, it won't be submitted. Let's have an example here, whereby you are using validate, or you're using validate. All right. Now we'll have now. Right. Now let's just do away with this one. Let's do away with this one. Then we'll have now in between here now is where we're going to write a function. Then our function now will have validate. We'll have now validate. This one is just used to validate your form data. Alright, like you can put validation, then for instance here, now you put all the validation should be here, like all validation should be here, all validations should be here. Should be here. Right, now we'll have now after the now we'll have now the form. We'll have now the form. So now we'll have now the form. And we'll have post. And we'll have action. We'll have action which equals to something like on submit. and submit equals to return. Validate. Now you're just giving an general format here, whereby we'll have now that, then input, we'll have now input, we'll have input type, and we call it submit. We call it submit. We call it submit. Then we'll have now the value which equals to submit. Right, then we have a slash. No, we end that, and we close your form. Close your form. Right, now that's all. First of all, when you want to validate your form, you'll have now your validate here. Then you'll have all your validation should be here. All your validation should be here. Alright, like you can just set like your email. If your email does not have heart, for instance, if it doesn't have heart, this one then is invalid email. Then also you can set your mobile number to a certain digits of number, maybe you can say 10. If your number does not have, let's say, 10 digits, then it is invalid. All right, you can have you can validate your data as you wish. Now you'll have now the form here, action here, then you'll have now the form created in between here. Then now you have your submit button. All right, now on submit here, now is where you'll use return. You'll return now your validate. All right, you'll return your validate. This is now what you're saying. Then when you say return your validate here, then you'll have now the bracket. So for this, you'll have the bracket to show this is a function. Right, now that's what you call now on submit button. It happens when you want to submit your data, or your form data. Right, now we are going to something else different, whereby we are going to look at on mouse over and then on mouse out, on mouse over and on mouse out. All right, now let's see this. As the name suggests, on mouse hover, and the other one is on mouse out. All right, so this one, as the name suggests, the kind of this kind of event types creates effects with the images and the text. On the mouse over happens when you bring the mouse over any element, while the on mouse out is when you move your mouse out of the element. Right, now they are just a symbol as their name suggests. So you'll have now an example here for both cases. Then I think these are the last events that we'll be discussing. More of our events, you can visit our website at learntechphilo.com, and you will see more and more of these events, and you'll practice on. Now let's see, let's have an example here whereby we'll create our function. We'll create our function here, then we call it offer. right? We call it over. This is our function, we call it over. Then we'll have now the curly braces. The curly braces, then we have document dot write, document dot write. Then we'll have mouse now is over. Mouse now is over. Then we'll have semicolon there. Then we'll have now our second function outside this one. We'll have now our second function, and we call it out function, and we call it out, right? We call it out. Then we'll have the curly braces. Then we will have now document dot write. Then this one you should print, the information should be printed on the screen. Mouse is now out. So the other one is mouse is now over. Alright, now those are the two functions that we'll have today, or we'll have now, or what we'll be discussing. Then after this one, after now the script, the JavaScript code, now we'll create a div class. Then we'll have on mouse over. Then we call it what? To print out your function. To print out the function over there. This is the function now. This function now. Alright. Now, okay, see this. Right. Now we have over there. Then we'll have now following each other. We'll have now on mouse out. On mouse out. Then we call it to print out function. Then we'll have now okay, now in between the div class, now we'll have now the paragraph, or we can create a paragraph tag whereby it says you may now bring your mouse on the division to see what happens. All right, now let's go to a browser here and refresh and see. You see now mouse is over. Right, see, it produces your mouse is over. We're trying to see what it happens when you bring your cursor or your arrow over this one. It says mouse is now over. See now, because we are trying to. So you can also, now it was trying to print out the mouse is over now, so you can make this one as a comment of it. Just make it as a comment. Then we try to use on mouse out, right? mouse is out, right? To produce this mouse is out. Are you trying to see? So on mouse over, it happens when you bring your mouse over that element, and on mouse out when you bring out that. So this one can be used when you want to change the color. Maybe you can just say when you bring the mouse, this will be the color. When you take away the mouse, then this will be the color, right? So you can practice on the same and doing more project on the same. There are several projects on the mouse over and on mouse out project which you can do and try to see its functionality. Without that, it will be seem hard to you, and sometimes you'll feel like even you never understood it, but it's because you never did your revision. All right. Now we love now to hint there. The several events type in JavaScript. As I said before, you can check in the description part. We'll have the full course there from our website, or just visit learntechphilo.com, whereby you can get the full tutorial and several other courses on other programming languages and even web development. You can also subscribe and like and share our videos here on YouTube for more awesome tutorials and also live session that we learn clearly on. Alright, thank you guys for watching.